MacArthur reconstruction project, it really started because we needed to finish up the Jameson water line. Right now the Jameson water line runs under 183 and it's 60 years old.
The 48-inch line is a shared line between Grand Prairie and Irving.
That line supplies all the drinking water for the southern section of Irving.
And this is the last segment between Grauwyler and the MacArthur pump station.
The Jameson water line is 25 foot deep. So it's going to take a pretty large ditch to put that pipeline that deep in the ground. The road did need some improvements, and it was certainly nearing the end of its life cycle also.
We're going to see all new sidewalks.
And you'll get a new landscape in the medians.
All the overhead crossings, and I'm talking about the crossings in MacArthur, those will go underground.
The good news is that we should have, I think except for maybe one short section down south, we'll have all the overhead crossings done and underground, which really clears up, makes the roadway look a lot nicer. It's just more appealing.
We're going to install new street lamps in uniform with the rest of the MacArthur corridor.
There is a drainage channel that crosses the road. It kind of comes across right at the hospital location, and that's an unimproved channel, and it's beginning to get more and more storm runoff in that channel. We were getting some erosion behind the folks' houses. So what we're going to do is put a large pipe culvert under the road, and we're going to catch about 50 to 60% of that stormwater, take it down and dump it into Delaware Creek so that it never makes it behind those houses, and it reduce a lot of the erosion problems we're having over there. We have been working with the hospital and the neighbors for almost a year now.
Multiple meetings with all the homeowners associations.
And the goal is to make sure that everyone is aware of what's happening.
On the website, we have maps showing alternate traffic routes.
This project does have incentives in there. The contractor can get everything done ahead of time. We would be very pleased about that and be glad to pay him incentives to get out.
The entire project is 480 calendar days, so that brings us into January of 2016.
It is going to be an inconvenience, and it is part of the growing process of replacing our infrastructure. If
you have to take MacArthur and you're not going to the hospital, I would seek alternate routes. O'Connor Boulevard is going well. We're going to be paving the main lanes probably by the end of September in front of Williams Square.
We are doing well. Proud to say that virtually all the water is done now. There's a couple of big taps left to do, a few lateral lines. But if you've been out there, you've noticed the flex base has been put in, it's been compacted.
We should be complete with the project January of 2015. So I think everybody will be real happy to see that happen.
We're very excited about the progress he's made. It's been a good contract.
Grauwyler Road, we're almost toward the end.
We did get a little bit of a last-minute curve in the road. Atmos Energy contacted us and said between Dar Street and Tukasa we need to put in a 24-inch pressurized gas main.
And we'll be also crossing Grauwyler at Tukasa.
So we got with them and within 3 days hammered out an agreement for them to get in there, and we're going to delay the project for about 14 days. It's probably going to put the completion back into the middle part to the last part of October. It's unfortunate that we didn't hear from Atmos until late in the game, or we could have taken care of that a lot earlier. But I believe that just delaying it by about 12 to 14 days, it'll be a win for us instead of stopping the project for a longer period of time.
I just hope for everybody's patience, and we're forging ahead.